What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm talking about the N64, and not just a normal N64, but the concept of the N64 Classic. So I found something very interesting on this website called Nintendo Soup, and they had pictures of the console, descriptions. There was a patent for an N64 controller, like the N64 Classic controller. And I wanted to talk about it. So the first picture, which I'm going to show on screen somewhere, I don't know, looks like a normal N64, right? And you know, for some reason it has the memory expansion as well as these things, and I think that's just for design to maybe make it look more like, you know, the original N64. I don't really know, but it looks very interesting. The next picture shows this whole piece coming out, and then there's like little things that look like this. This is the Wii nunchuck plug-in, and it has a bunch of those underneath the gray normal N64 controller ports. So this is very interesting nonetheless. I could never see this actually happening. Like, if they were to make it, I doubt it would be that complex. Like, why do they not just put the normal ports? I mean, I understand if it's you know, for design to make it look like the original N64, but I think it's a little overkill. Doesn't really matter. I don't think anybody's going to be worrying about it looking like the original. I mean, what do you expect? It's not the original, so I don't know, but it does have the ports like this for the Wii, which is very interesting because on the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, you can plug in the Wii Classic controller, which is great, by the way. This controller is really nice, and you can just plug this thing right into it, hack the NES Classic or the SNES Classic, and throw N64 ROMs on if you can find them, because Nintendo's taking down any ROM site. It's honestly really hard to find N64 ROMs. I don't know why, but it seems like it's easier to find GameCube ROMs than it is to find N64 ROMs. I don't know what the deal with that is, but back to the topic. You can plug this in to the SNES or the NES Classic, excuse me, and put ROMs on it and play it like a Raspberry Pi or you know, some sort of contraption. You can, you know, get ROMs on your PC and play them with a controller. Same idea, concept. So very interesting. So like, if you really wanted to play N64 games on technically real Nintendo hardware and get a somewhat authentic experience, then you can go ahead and put N64 ROMs onto a NES Classic, and there you go. I mean, it's not that far-fetched, but hey. Now I'm going to be talking more about the N64 Classic, though, because that's the whole point of this video. So, in my humble opinion, I believe that this whole N64 Classic is in competition with the PS1 Classic. They're kind of butting heads here because PS1 Classic was announced, you know, after the whole patent rumor of the controller went around for the N64 Classic, and you know, they're basically stealing Nintendo's idea, you know, because we got the NES Classic, no other company does that, at least I think so. Like, there's no Xbox Classic or nothing like that. So Sony just decides to be like, hey, we're gonna drop something that's really similar to Nintendo and what they have been doing, but instead it's a PS1 Classic. Like, we all know where the inspiration for that is coming from, and you know, I think to combat that, Nintendo is going to put out an N64 Classic and kind of just really ram heads with Sony, and you know, kind of have a good competition going, because recently Nintendo's been doing very well, and I think Sony is realizing that and wants to, you know, jump ahead and try to beat them to the race, you know. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but the leaked pictures and information is very interesting nonetheless. Furthermore, I'm going to talk about some of the games we can be expecting. I don't really know what games these are, I just kind of grabbed them, but I'm assuming we're going to get some sort of Zelda. We got to have both, right? Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. For sure, we're going to have those on the N64 Classic. You know, and basically they're just going to be putting all, you know, the classic games. That's why it's called the Classic, because it's the most memorable games. I feel like we're also going to have Clay Fighter. If you guys don't know what that game is, it's a very rare game, and I feel like they're just going to put it on there because not many people have the chance to play that game. Mario 64, duh, we're going to get that game. Like, come on, dude, that's another classic. And Mario Kart 64, that's the only ones I can think of right now. Maybe Pokemon Stadium, whatever the biggest N64 games they're going to be putting them all on there. All the classics, all the ones that everybody knows. And yeah, this is some very interesting news. I am looking forward to this. I hope we get some more information on this very soon, and once we do, I will make another video on this. But you know, I saw this information, I had to make a video on it, of course. And yeah, this is my N64, by the way. This is a nice watermelon red one. And it would be cool to see like an N64 Classic in these colors. Imagine if they did all the Fantastic Series N64 Classic Edition. That would be game changing, and that's maybe will happen. We don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this N64 Classic. And make sure to leave a like as well. Wait, I think I already... I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check the links in the description for my Discord to join the Gizzle Gang. And my Instagram and Twitter. Go ahead and follow me on there. I will be posting plenty of updates on plenty of Nintendo news. So, yeah, I'll see you all later.